Hello and welcome.
Back. My name is Neon. Don't mind him at all. We clearly don't know how to behave in an environment where we're both together and trying to record videos. Please don't be creepy. Anyhow, we are shutting down these terminals. In the last episode, we killed a lot of people, and we're about to. Please stop! You're scaring me. We're about to do some more of that, and the quests are actually quite unnerving. And I'm looking forward to seeing how much we are going to get done today. There's a slight chance that this might be a little bit of a shorter video because we are actually going to go outside for a change because it is Saturday night, so we're gonna try and do our best.
Night.
Yes, exactly, and do some recording. In the meantime, make sure to like the video, notification bell on, subscribe, check out the pinned comment. What is that?
Bell icon.
What is that? Please, this is a family friend. No, it's not. Check out the
family friendly.
Check out the description, links, pinned comment, MSQ playlist, all of that.
MSQ playlist.
Something. Bye. Not bye. Stay tuned. No. Let's go play the game.
No, you're editing that in.
Krile is eager to learn about the Milala people.
Leafing through the past.
As my parents told us, the cavern inside the volcano is a place for learning about the Milala's ancient homeland, so essentially it's a museum. But I'm hoping it will yield other information as well, namely information on preservation. Preservation, the scientists who were researching interdimensional fusion. And prior to that, created the Endless. As living memory is likely also their creation, I expect they would carefully curate any details concerning themselves, but I wish to keep an eye out nonetheless. I'm all for it, of course. Seeing as the key ones belong to the Milala, it couldn't hurt to learn about them. Right then, let's head inside. Right on! Anyway.
Right on!
Actually cool, it's kind of built like a museum, right?
What's it called? Steps of a Speaker?
What is?
Yeah, it is. This area is called Steps of the Speaker.
Destination.
Okay, Raha's looking at the Milala one and he says, "Ooh, these panels contain information about the Milala. It's very much like a museum."
See, I always say what Graha is about to say. How cool is that? The panel bears
Yeah, go on. Sorry, you're reading the same as me.
The panel bears information on the history of Milala. In the distant past, the Milala abided in peace upon isles of eternal summer. Winter never visited that bountiful land, and the flowers ever bloomed in all the colors of the rainbow. But such idyllic days did not last. From just when it seemed the westerly wind had turned cold, the seas suddenly froze over. From the fish in the water to the birds in the sky, all of the animals soon perished. This unnatural weather continued with seemingly no end, and one by one the Milala fell until the death toll was beyond counting. Those who lived still could do naught but pray as they huddled together for precious warmth. That's the
Milala 2 says,
The panel bears information on the history of the Milala. The Milala are the keepers of the mighty relic passed down through the ages. While it has the appearance of a crystal, by whose hand it has wrought is unknown. When a great calamity froze their isles, the speaker, their spiritual leader, fervently prayed to the relic for salvation. In answer to their prayers, the relic opened them for a golden path, one that shone like the light of dawn, and through it fled unto a new land.
You want to read this one?
Mm-hmm. The panel bears information on the history of the Milala. Since ancient times, the Milala have exceeded in calculations. By using formula and figures to represent all natural phenomena, they had succeeded in devising a unique system of magic. This gift proves invaluable in their new homeland, where they employ their calculations to etch arcane circuits upon the ore, which later came to be known as electrope. Through this ingenious technique, electrope was transformed into a tool that could not only store lightning, but convert it into energy of any element.
Oh, so it was them. That's cool.
The panel bears information on the history of the Malala. Distinct for their excellence in the study of electrope, the Malala were favoured by the rulers of a many nation. Some among them had attempted to invoke the power of the ancient relic to return to their homeland, but their efforts were to no avail. Never again has the golden path opened that allowed their ancestors to flee to safety. Eventually, the relic came to be forgotten, and some now question whether it never actually existed.
Interesting.
This is really cool. Krile says,
That's cool.
this place has the look of an ancient ruin, but I suppose it's an illusion as well. Maybe, yeah. Wuk Lamat. So this is how it is in here. Very worthy. Good job, Wuk Lamat. This is how it is. Jesus. Quite a mystical atmosphere here. Is this what the Malala homeland was like? Ding ding! Correct!
Improvise a guy.
Yeah.
Damn it!
What, it has boobies? It does look like a girl. What's going on?
The ancient home of the Malala people is recreated here in exacting detail thanks to the marvel of electrope. The scale alone has been adjusted in order to accommodate folk of all proportions. Ah, but I have neglected to introduce myself. I am the guide for this facility, the Steps of the Speaker. It shall be my pleasure to assist you as you embark upon our educational journey.
There's even a guide? How considerate.
Alright then. As we wander around, if there's something we do not understand, we'll be certain to ask you.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Visits to our facility take the form of a quiz tour, so the correct answer is follow the instructions of your guide. That's yours truly.
Oh, Jesus, okay. I'm sorry. Sounds like a pain in the ass. Okay. I'm sure it will be both enlightening and entertaining. Let's have them guide us. Not her actually saying ass.
Very good, madam. I have registered the four of you as visitors. Please proceed through yonder passageway to the chamber beyond.
She is a pain in the ass.
That was that line made me laugh. I don't know why.
Just-
It was just so
Funny.
unlike her, to be honest.
I don't know. I think it was quite like her to just be annoyed at all technology and everything. Like, oh no.
Do you think she's kind of blunt and will just say what she feels?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe.
I think she's very simple. Like this technology and quizzes and puzzles. I don't think that's her deal at all.
Yeah, she's maybe a bit naive to a fault, but she's also a bit abrupt as well. This is giving me some like, I don't know, like some Shadowbringers Endwalker stuff.
A little
For the
bit.
colours.
Are these all clickable or no? No.
Nah, not this time.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Graha says, is that a pattern? Sorry, is that pattern at Malala motif?
Krile, please. My God, please. Thank you. Judging by the elaborate decoration, this was a place of import to the Malala. Import. I don't know. The wall is illuminated. It's so beautiful. Mechanical guide.
If I may have your attention. You stand within a shrine of the Milala, a migrant people who roamed until they found a new lands to call their own. According to folklore, they originally hailed from a paradise of eternal summer. Alas, they had no choice but to abandon it when a great calamity froze their very asses. Oh, never mind. Froze the very seas. Sorry. The speaker, their spiritual leader, guided them to safety, and she is enshrined here with the sacred relic she wielded. In this place, they performed rituals dedicated to the dream that one day they might return to their ancestral home.
A sacred relic. That must be the key used to initiate interdimensional fusion.
Interdimensional fusion! If such a wondrous power existed, I can only imagine what great feats it could be used to achieve.
Not this power-hungry mechanical guide.
Now then,
God.
it's time for a history quiz.
Oh god. Oh, here we go.
There are 4 braziers in this room, each of which is accompanied by a panel bearing a statement. If you believe a statement is true, then you must light its brazier by operating the panel. Simple, yes? Without further ado, please nominate a representative and begin.
Oh no.
Well,
Of course,
if
it's
there are
gonna
no
be us.
objections, let us have Neon do the honors. Go on. Oh, sorry, Neon and V do the honors. Go on and take a look at the panels, my friend.
Sure. Thank you for.
Brazier of calculations will start from
Oh
clockwise.
god, sure.
I'll
Sure,
read
go
it
ahead.
if you want.
Go ahead.
Oh, did you want to read it?
No,
Okay.
no, you read it. I'm taking a
Owing to
drink.
our innate gift in arcane calculations, we, Malala, not only transformed Electrove into a miraculous tool, but excelled in its study besides. As such, despite originally being outsiders, we were favoured by the rulers of a many a nation. Nothing in the statement was touched upon by the guide. You'll need to find the other sources to ascertain its veracity. Do you wish to light it?
I think so.
Sure.
Yeah.
Brazier of Homecoming? Do you want me to read it? Or do
I
you
will.
wanna-
When lightning threatened the world, we Malala turned to our relic once more. Invoking its power, we opened a portal and returned to our ancient homeland. I think this is false because it says lightning and not ice. Because
While
it
the
was a...
statement is similar to what you heard from the guide, you do not recall the Malala returning to their homeland. So
I'm
I'm
gonna leave it.
Then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's two. There's the Eternal Summer we'll start with.
Yep.
Long ago, our people dwelled in the isles of eternal summer, where the flowers ever bloomed. Yet eternity did not last, for a calamity turned the spontaneous waters to barren ice.
I think
The
so.
statement seems to agree with the words spoken by the guide. I'm gonna go with yes.
Yeah, me too.
And the relic?
Praying fervently upon the sacred relic, the speaker opened a portal through which our people fled. However, she alone had to remain behind in order to sustain the power. I don't think so. I think this...
I don't think
no.
so too.
No. I think this
I'm gonna
is...
say no and talk to the guide now.
Yeah, me too.
Remember, you must light the braziers whose statement you believe are true. Are you ready for your answers to be judged?
I'm gonna put
Jesus.
no really quick because I want to read what Graha says. Graha says,
Okay.
I dare say the panels in the previous chamber may hold clues. Oh, there you go then. I'll read what Krile says just for the sake of it. For a mechanical soldier to serve as a guide, it seems safe to assume that the preservation was aware of the information presented here and had no objections to its dissemination. Wuk Lamat says, man, what a pain in the ass. No, she doesn't really say it. She says, all the statements could be true, right? Or even false. Gah, the suspense is killing me. We're gonna put yes?
Yeah. Very
Yeah, put
well.
yes.
Let the judging begin.
Oh god.
Hey.
You have answered correctly, and on your very first attempt besides. Amazing.
Great work, V and Neon. I knew you could do it.
Taken at face value, the information here would suggest that the Malala had simply migrated from a distant land. But we know better. We are aware of the existence of shard worlds, umbral calamities, and interdimensional fusion.
For an event that froze the seas, the fifth umbral calamity comes to mind. That which ushered the age of endless frost. Oh, shit. And legend holds that during that age, the entire population of the South Sea Isles vanished overnight.
The art of Akanima, too, traces its roots to the calculations of the South Sea Islanders. While we cannot outright conclude that these people were the Malala, there are at least enough points of similarity to support the theory.
If you have mused to your satisfaction, let us move to the next chamber. Another quiz awaits.
Of course it
Margaret.
does.
How many of these? Sorry, no.
How many of these quizzes are there? She's not even answering any questions. Like, why is she complaining?
Yeah, she's like, Neon, do your thing.
Right? And then she complains. Not them having enemies in a museum. Come on.
Yeah, I know, right?
I see the housekeeping is at its peak right now. Oh, this is nice. Look at this room.
I like this room, yeah.
Kind of cute. Reminds me of Final Fantasy VII a little bit with like the planet room. Not the same colors, but I'm just gonna go. Fuck it.
Yeah, same.
Goodbye.
I'm not fighting a pineapple.
What's that green thing? Looks like one of
Someone's
those
mount.
mounts from. Oh.
It is someone's
Oh, it
mount.
is a person. Oh, I was like, oh, wait, what is this? Is Maleficent transformation? Like what?
Grana says, there appear to be a few expressions of these, for these masks. Oh, over here, V. There's some expressions, there's like masks over on the wall.
Oh, creepy. Okay.
Yeah. There's an ether current here, by the way.
What's with all these massive faces? Wuk Lamat. She's easily confused and distraught by anything weird. What could these masks represent, I wonder?
Oh, they got all the way up as well, V.
All right. Yeah, they do. Yeah, I don't like how the top ones are smiling.
Yeah,
No,
I don't like
I'm
that
not
either.
gonna. I'm
It's
not.
creepy,
It's. I don't like it at all.
Go for it.
We have come to the most enigmatic location in the museum. While it is known as the Speaker's Rest, everything else remains a mystery. No one knows what purpose it served, not even the Malala themselves.
That's rather curious.
Isn't it though? Some have suggested that this place is purely the creation of the facility's designer, that it didn't actually exist in the Malala homeland. It is generally believed, however, that the adornments upon the wall are the masks that represent the emotions of men.
I'm trying to do like a nerdy condescending voice.
And that brings us to the final quiz. The question is simple. How many types of masks are there?
Oh god, I have to look at the creepy faces again. Is the last one already? Something tells me it's not going to be as simple as it sounds.
Please take all the time you require. I shall be here when you are ready with the answer.
Oh, come on. Oh, there's an ether current. Oh, never mind. You did tell me about that. So do we have to go around counting?
I think there's 4. Hold on. 5 maybe? I'm gonna guess 5? 4 or 5? 5, I think.
I think 5. That's it.
How many kinds of masks are there? Have you determined the answer? There's 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's say 5.
Same. Uh-oh.
That's incorrect, I'm afraid. Try counting again.
You can
Or
just
just
guess.
go with
I'm
your
gonna go
heart.
with 4.
Right?
I'm gonna go with 4. Oh, would you look at that? Oh.
So your
Doesn't even
answer
tell
is
you.
4. How about everyone else?
I'm sorry, I don't know. Seriously? I thought it was 6. Like V and Neon, I also believe it is 4. Like, where did we see 5? Embarrassing.
As do I.
And the correct answer is...
Oh, sorry, I was trying to shout 4.
4! Congratulations to the happy couple!
The hell?
Damn it! Where the else did I mess up?
And that concludes the quiz tour for the steps of the speaker.
Sorry.
I thank you for your visit today and eagerly look forward to your next.
Finished at last. God, I'm exhausted.
Shit.
If the legend is true, the Malala were refugees from the source. But what is this relic of theirs that can bridge worlds? Who made it? And to what end?
Much about the key remains shrouded in mystery. By augmenting it with electrope, Preservation did succeed in opening a portal. Yet they could never grasp how they had managed to do so, much less the underlying principles of the technology. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion, let alone who imbued the key with its power, when they did so, or why. But remember this. The key is a tool, and like all tools, in and of itself, it is a force for neither good nor evil. Once taken in hand, however, its capacity for both is made plain. In delivering one man, it may doom another, making a lie of its bearer's every good intention.
As did Preservation, Queen Sveen seeks to wield the key in the name of those she loves. And in so doing, makes her people party to the destruction of countless souls. We have told you all we can. To be able to share this with you at the last, it feels as though we fulfilled our purpose.
You've come to shut down the terminal.
Yes, we have.
Oh.
But perhaps there's another way, one that doesn't require the terminal's deactivation.
For the longest time, we've sought a means to erase ourselves before our knowledge could be used for ill. And in you, we have found it. So press on. Press on, and don't look back.
I will. May I ask you one last question?
Of course, my dear.
How did you die?
The earring. Why did you leave it with me?
Good question now.
Because, Krile, we wanted to see you again. This may seem self-serving,
Oh.
but We wanted to leave a trace of ourselves with you. A hint to guide you to us, so that we could live in hope.
We've dreamed of this day for so long, but now that it's become reality, we wonder if we deserve to enjoy it. We wanted naught but the best for you, yet we've always wondered how much you might have suffered in our absence.
Do not torment yourselves so. As fate would have it, you entrusted me to a good man. His name is Galuf, and he raised me as his own. What's more, I've been blessed with the finest comrades anyone could have. It's thanks to you that I am here now, hale and happy. So please, be at peace. Be at peace. Mother. Father.
I love how she has his eyes.
You already have a beautiful name.
Oh.
But if we might call you by the one we gave you? Maya. Our dearest Maya. We love you more than life itself.
She has mom's eye shape and dad's color.
Not her finding out her real name after 20 years that her caring and loving family or parents gave her.
Right? How precious is that? She's like a perfect mix of them. I love how they designed that.
Are you sure about this? You can leave the terminal to us, you know.
No, I must do this. Krile, Maya, Baldasin must
Aww.
press on and... Farewell, Mother. Farewell, Father.
Farewell.
This was probably the hardest one in my opinion.
That was so hard to watch. Jesus.
Especially for Krile, someone we feel deeply forced in the spot. I don't even know, was it Heaven's Ward that they got Krile involved, I think?
Yeah. Wow.
I think they did. Anyway.
If I may confide in you, V, Neon, I've been anxious ever since I chose to accompany you to Tural. I was afraid of what I might discover. Perhaps I'd learned nothing, or worse, that my parents didn't love me. But now I know the truth, and I couldn't be happier. I'm glad I took up pictomancy, and I'm glad I mustered up the courage to say that I wanted to join you. Thank you, V, Neon, for trusting me with your life and walking with me all this way. Well, that's all I wanted to say. I'll see this through. Rather, we'll see this through together. My apologies for keeping you. Come, let's catch up to the others.
That was really nice words from her as well.
Really... I don't know if we're going the right way, but...
We're going the right way.
Holy shit, that was... That was really difficult. Not her going to shut down her family, essentially.
Oh, look at this area.
Pineapple. Why am I being hit by a pineapple? Oh, because they do
They are
bite you
cool.
back. No, I was making a bad joke because when I eat pineapple,
Oh.
it does it does
Tends to bite
bite back. Yeah. Some people say it's an allergy, but not me being hit by a pineapple in game.
In the distance side, is that the Sphere building? On the right hand side, if you look to the right of it?
Yes. That is it. But I think
Okay.
we're facing we're looking at her back right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wuk Lamat
Raha
says
oh,
oh
yeah,
sorry. Erenville isn't here yet.
Raha says, lovely people, Rabor and the Layla.
Krile says, worry not, I shall be fine. Yeah, do you wonder what's up with Erenville? There's gotta be something.
Yeah.
Like maybe I think that Kahikua might be in the last terminal. I think he's gonna have to shut her down or something.
I think so, and he's probably waiting there for her.
I think so. The others have told me all. I'm glad Krile could bid her parents a proper farewell. Now then, to ask this question for the second to last time. Are you ready to shut down the terminal?
We'll
Yeah,
guess
I
we'll
guess.
You know how to do it.
Oh god, she's gonna do it.
I do.
I guess it's like a closure for her though,
Think
if she
so.
does it. Oh, there's Erenville.
I think that Kahikua knows, and I think Erenville knows as well. It's just us, the silent protagonist, being a bit simple.
And they're going to show you highlights of the ice cream van, ice cream stall, and then the other people around it.
I don't know. I
And then
doubt
they'll
it.
show you highlights of.
Oh yeah, oh you mean the terminal shutdown? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Here we go.
Volcano? Oh, okay. Makes sense. Aww. Aww. Oh no.
They're like, they know it's time, look, don't they? That's the
Still
thing is, like,
sad.
I feel good because they both felt like they've done what they needed to do, and they saw their daughter for the one last time.
Still really sad, Sis, I think.
And he just watched it all change in front of his eyes, didn't he, look?
I don't think Erenville deals with loss very well at all.
Erenville says, ... And Graha
Read everyone,
says,
I'm accidentally in dialogue.
Graha says, just one zone remaining. Kahua says, now that Ellen Spear has joined us, let's head to the last zone. Krile says, their memories may be gone, but their love will always be with me always.
Are
You can read.
you alright, Krile? I am. I chose to forge on no matter what. And I've had the courage to do so because of you all. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Ah,
That sucks.
or did fine.
Huh? Did
no,
the dialogue
no.
change?
Nope,
Or the-
fine.
Okay. Kaikua is ready to head to the fourth and final zone. I must say, the closer we get to the end, the faster time seems to pass us by. Come, let's head to the fourth and final zone. But now you know how to get there, yes? Yes, we do. Excellent. This time, I'd like to quickly check on the Meso terminal, so I'll meet you at the Gate of Remembrance. Come on, everyone. Should we teleport?
Yeah.
Oh, you're already. Yep. I'll take the free teleport.
Graha says, so this is it.
Wuk Lamat says, oh, Erenville. not in that tone, probably. but-
Erenville says ...
Krile. Like before, it will be hard, but we must honor Kahikua's wish. I think this is her.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I can tell, we still have some leeway with the Meso Terminal. Meaning you can carry on getting to know the Endless in the last zone. Wind's Path Gardens, it's called, and it's breathtakingly beautiful. That's where your memories are stored.
That's where your
yeah?
memories are
Oh,
stored,
sorry.
yes?
That's right. I left it for last so that I could guide you for as long as possible. Very thoughtful of me, yes? Or she just wanted to live a little longer. Oh, a great idea just occurred to me. Oh no.
Let's turn them all back on again, Kappa.
What might that be? I'll save it for after we've arrived on the other side. See you there.
Oh god, I bet it's something more
Cliffhanger.
heartbreaking.
Oh god.
Her great ideas are generally less than great.
Oh god. Hey, Erenville? As much as I want to grant your mother her wish, I also want to respect yours. When all is said and done, I want you to be happy. I hope you know this.
I know. I know.
He's really sad, Sis. I wish I could do something. Kahikua isn't only his mother, she's his mentor as well. This can only make it harder for him to say goodbye. Let's go. For now, we keep doing what we've been doing. Killing people and seeking out Endless and learning what's dear to them.
And eating shit ice cream.
Right. And soggy popcorn.
Tasteless popcorn. And soggy, yeah. Ready?
Yes.
I'll read Graha real quick. I like to read what they're all saying, it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I have faith in Erenville's inner strength.
Krile says, what could this great idea of Kahikua's be? Wuk Lamat says, let's not keep Kahikua waiting.
Erenville says it's not... ... Bleep bloop. Error. Verification system initialized. User registration confirmed. Greetings and welcome to the Windpath Guardians, the sanctuary of the exploration and discovery. The marvels of the natural world await you. Bleep bloop.
What is it, like a rainforest? Probably.
Does Kahua teleport? She doesn't join us in this little ride.
Imagine a 4 people mount like this, where we're all holding on to them.
That would be hilarious.
Right.
We all landed like Spider-Man.
If I could have...
I could have everyone's attention. I know we have pressing business, but I'd like to say a few words.
Yeah, V, shut up. Let us say a few words.
Before I died, I had 2 wishes. The first was to see who my Elaneshpia would become. I would say that wish has been fulfilled. Indeed, it has. For the boy who once shunned company has returned a somewhat sociable man, surrounded by wonderful friends. As his mother and
I couldn't be more proud of you.
I couldn't be more proud. As for my second wish, that was to see all manner of nature that I had never seen before. I hoped to explore every corner of the world and there find thriving life. But I didn't even get to see all of Tural, did I? Never enough hours in a day, or days in a year, or years in a life.
Just like us with games.
Right.
Kakiwa.
Oh, don't give me that look. Though, admittedly, I did go and spoil the mood. Apologies. What I was so poorly trying to work up to asking was this. I want you to help me fulfill my second wish. I have a good feeling about this place. There is so much here I've never seen before, I just know it.
We'd love to see it with you.
I thought you might say that. Thank you. Windspath Gardens is home to a collection of flora and fauna that once thrived on the continent. Like the rest of living memory, I haven't explored it in earnest. Controlling my vessel demanded all of my attention. But at long last, I'll get to meet the creatures here. Wrap things up with a perfect little adventure. So, shall we?
Absolutely not. We're to grant you your wish, and then what? You leave? You cannot ask that of me.
Oh, Ellen Neshpia. Please understand. I just wanted to end on a happy note. Not only for myself, but for all of us. Better that than a sad goodbye, surely.
This was Tazzy's, isn't it?
Like
I said,
Sanctuary of Exploration and Discovery. Quite fitting that Kahihua's memories are here. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I don't know. I very like Kahikua to chase her dreams to the last, says Krile. Wuk Lamat says, let's help Kahikua make some great memories. And there's Aaronville. Do you want to read it? Or
no, you can read. No, you're reading.
He says nothing. Anyway.
Aaronville just says ... by the way, sorry.
Then with your consent, let's begin our adventure. Naturally, while we go about this, feel free to continue befriending Endless. And be sure to absorb the delightful scenery. Yeah, befriend them. By all means, get attached. Thank you.
Get invested.
Yeah, right? Someone should give us the opposite advice. Someone should say, don't talk to them. You'll have a hard time. You know,
Yeah.
like, why is...
Look around, don't get invested.
No, they're like, absolutely do get invested. Get to know them. Oh, now I'm fighting a tree.
Aaronville says, I somehow anticipated this. And Graha says, the scenery here is nothing short of remarkable. To think that Sphene has managed to preserve it for the Endless.
I would love for the combat to be over. Thank you.
Done. Not me, I'm a paladin.
Krile says, what a lovely garden. Full of dead people. Wuk Lamat says, I thought those things were some sort of enormous tree, but they're actually sculptures. No, one just attacked me. Oh, never mind. These ones. Oh, I see. Oh, cutscene. This particular garden is called Blooms of Discovery. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, that is pretty.
Love the colours.
Hmm.
It's absolutely stunning. Are they all actual plants?
They are indeed. These specimens were brought here hundreds of years ago for conservation, as the calamity had pushed them to the brink of extinction. I don't want to be too technical, but I do wonder what she's been doing here for so many years when she didn't get to explore this, and this is her final day of life, and she's like, oh yeah, let's explore this big place now. It's like, if she is interested in this, where was she? You know?
Yeah, I do wonder too, to be fair.
So this zone is like a great conservatory. Precisely, my dear Krile. Here you'll find flora and fauna, the likes of which no longer exist anywhere. Doesn't the thought just set your heart aflutter?
I suppose. I expect that some creatures I encountered outside of Tural may have cousins in this world. While I'm no expert on the life and the reflections, it would make for an interesting study to compare them.
Oh, she's actually getting him invested. I love that. Even though he doesn't want to be.
I'm not her ingredient.
Alright. Now there's an idea. Leave it to my pupil to think of such. Here we have not only a world's traversing adventurer and a veteran gleaner, but a pair of Charlane's finest scholars besides. It's a veritable gathering of inquisitiveness, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it. Okay.
Well, this is the last portion, isn't it? So
yeah, I do think that we should stop here because, like we said earlier in the video, we are going to have to go soon. But I did want to comment on something before we go, if that's okay.
Sure.
So when it comes to Erenville's attitude, I think that the way he's acting, some people would say that he's acting a bit childish with his kind of anger, I guess, and resentment on the last day that he gets to see his mother alive. But also, I have a lot of understanding for him because at the end of the day, I feel like he didn't really get to be her child for that long, you know, in comparison. He is young himself, and even though he did spend a lot of years with her, he also missed out on a lot of her years of being here. So from that point, I think he feels like he's missed out on a lot, even though I think the last time he saw her was probably a couple of years ago or something like that. But then she was in this world for like 30 or something like that. So it just feels like he still feels like a child around her in a way. And I feel that a lot of his resentment comes from that, like fear of essentially missing out on a life and on knowing his mother. So I don't think that he's trying to be mean or anything, but I think he just deals with loss very, very poorly.
yeah, I think looking at Erenville through most of the story, they've unintentionally behind the closed doors like hyped up this this finale to Erenville's story, because that's how I'm seeing it. And I think that because he's gone on about this, like, oh, but what about my hometown? Oh, but what about my home? Oh, but what about my home? He's gone on about it a lot, and then not us finding this robot version of his mother, which then later finding out that, you know, that there's this other version of her, which basically confirms to him that she's dead, right? She's an endless. Yeah. But then it's hard now because, yes, he's now seen her in quote-unquote person, as an endless at least, but now he's going to lose his mother for the second time. And I think he's just really struggling with loss, and him going around to 3 other areas saying goodbye to all these, or seeing other people saying goodbye to these other people, like Otis and stuff like that. And then Krile with her parents, even though he wasn't technically with us, he watched these zones like getting basically the lights taken away from them slowly, and he must be an anxious wreck knowing that his is last and his goodbye is with his mother. Like, he knows, and I just think it's been alluding to this a lot of this like playthrough, if you like, or certainly this expansion. So it must be really hard for him.
I think he's also a little upset with how well she's taking it. And in a way, I think this is quite triggering for anyone who's ever lost a family member to an illness. Because I think that there's a lot of acceptance in people who lose their lives to illnesses, and I think they come to terms with it at some point, and at some point they're ready to let go. But you know how they say pity the living, because they're the ones who need to deal with loss. They're the ones who want to still keep fighting and who want to, you know, keep their loved ones alive. But at some point when someone is really dying, you can see that acceptance and resolution in them, and just, you know, them coming to terms with what their life has been and saying, okay, this is it. But then their younger families, like their children and the others, will never, or for at least not for a very long time, see them as maybe even brave enough to continue fighting. But I think that there's a lot of bravery in being like Kahikua or the other ones, and just coming to terms that at some point or soon that you are just dying, and that it's a part of life as well, that it's a new experience. But I don't think he sees it that way, which is surprising for me, because he is a gleaner, and I see them as sort of biologists as well, and I think he understands the cycle of life very well. But when it comes to that being his personal circumstances, I don't think that he sees that in the same way. Maybe I'm just going too deep into it, but
yeah, it's a little like when people have like these like underlying health conditions where, or not even health conditions, but like such as like cancer or something worse, where they know they're gonna die, and the person who has it comes to terms with, okay, I'm going to die, and there's an upsetting part of it for the people around them who get upset at the person who's dying because they've accepted that they're gonna die, and it appears to the people who have to watch the person who has accepted death that, you know, why are you not bothered? Why are you not hurting more? Why are you not angry anymore? And it's this whole like loss thing where it's the, anger and such, and coming to terms with it, and in denial and this kind of stuff. And I think this is kind of like Erenville, where Erenville's a little bit upset with Kahikua that, you know, she is taking it so well, but at the end of the day, she wants this because it's almost like kind of like the whole cancer thing. Sorry for going into a bit of a triggering topic for those listening and lurking, but it's coming to terms of, okay, you know what? I've lived enough. I've done enough, and I am enough. And it's okay. It's my time. And some people are ready to just die. Like at that point, they're like, okay, but I've done enough. Like they died. One thing I don't know, which bugs me, is like we don't know how they died, and it's my own closure. I want to know how they originally died.
Same.
Like, was it in a war? Was it, you know, what was it? Did Sven somehow do something? Like, what? How did they die to be an endless?
yeah.
That's what I want to know.
When it comes to Kahikua, like she's lived, and I think because she has a younger form, we see her maybe as someone who hasn't lived enough, but she's been alive for a very, very long time. And during her life, she wasn't AFKing in Limsa, you know, she's been out there doing things, you know, so I think that she's lived a full life. And when she looks at it, I think that she's pretty happy with what she's done. She's had a lifetime with Erenville, and then she had essentially another life on her own to be who she is today. So I think in a way that she's done more than most people do.
Yeah, man, this game.
It is very emotional and actually very deep if you let it be. If you're not focusing
yeah.
on petty little things like, oh, I don't like this voice actor or this or that. It is being the Final Fantasy XIV you want it to be. You just have to let go of some things that are new or different or maybe not to your liking, but the story is there and it is being told in a good way, in my opinion.
Yeah, the storytelling's still there. I also think that this game or this expansion has some very odd pacing issues, I'd say. And I think that that's been the hardest point for me overall in the expansion. I have actually very much enjoyed it. I have enjoyed the slower sections, but I've also enjoyed the big, fast-paced sections. And with this new, I'm going to call it new tech that they did, for this train cutscene that I've mentioned before. I like the way that they tell these stories now with the cutscenes and the cinematography and stuff like that. I think that they could have really excelled to make it a bit more actiony. And looking back, it's been there's been a lot of slow sections, but then they ramp up and it's been this really odd roller coaster, a very odd pacing. For example, the pacing between 90 and 95 was, in my opinion, just overall quite slow. Like we were going up the roller coaster for so long, and then we had a lot of action at 95, and then it slowed down a little bit. Then we shot down again. Then we went up, and then we had the whole Eorzea fight and everything. And it was really, really going up the roller coaster, taking us for a ride or down if you want. And then it slowed down for this whole section here. And I don't want to say it's being dragged out. It has been a very lovely area. But with the hype of the Eorzea fight at 99, you think, oh, this is my Praetorium of A Realm Reborn. It's going to go all ham now and throw everything at me like a traditional Final Fantasy story. And then they've really slowed down and taken us to 4 different areas of this final zone that I didn't see was going to be a thing. And, just when we were kind of getting hype with like this Eorzea fight and finding this key and, Gul'jar scenes and stuff like that, it was quite nice. And then it slowed down again. Now, I am always finding the time to appreciate the slower sides of the game, the slower parts of the story. But I do wonder if it will go out on a bang. Like I would imagine it will. But we'll soon see. More than likely, the next video, because this is the last section of the zone and the last portion of the zone. Because we're about to go for the last teleport.
I do hope that
soon.
we're going to do a longer video next time, and that could even for us be tomorrow morning, where we can just sit down and see if we can finish this area as well. I personally just don't like that they took these zones away from us, like the way they look, and I really do hope that they come back, because I want to enjoy them as they were in the MSQ. So maybe there's going to be an NPC, maybe, that'll allow us to restore the looks or glamour of the zone or something like that. I really hope that that's going to be in the story, but we'll see. For now,
something they could do though is give us the look of this zone, but not give us the people back.
Exactly. I would be okay with that, because then we have the quest and everything. If they could give us the rabbit glamour, I do believe that they can give us the the zone glamour, because I really do like the lights and I want to continue to see the zones like this. I don't want another Garlemald, without the snow this time around. It's just not something that I'm excited for. So I really do hope that this returns. I hope you enjoyed questing today with us as well, and if you happen to be new on mine or Neo's channel, make sure to subscribe, leave the notification bell on, check out the description for more links, pinned comments, and do leave the like on the video for some good luck. Thanks for watching, and
happy gaming.
Bye bye.